Hi there, I'm Steph the Video Guy, and I'm going to be going over the Hero HD. Alright, this review should hopefully answer some of your questions. Okay, now, out of the box, the Hero comes with a bunch of attachments to attach it to things. This is the helmet attachment, it's rounded, or a gas tank attachment, and the basically sticky underneath. So single use. They're really tough. I put one of these underneath of a helicopter once and we couldn't get it off. Yeah, we just could not get it off. It was nasty. I thought that I would break the bottom. But let's see. This is, I took this apart because this white part here was actually made with 3D printers so that I could attach my GoPro to a quadricopter, which is a little helicopter. So this little doohickey was right there. It basically made this unit completely waterproof. Maybe I can include a little bit of the underwater footage that I've taken with it. It's got the rubber seal in the back, so it really tightens up. When you put this in there, it's like this, and it really tightens it up and makes it so that it's waterproof. There's another piece that comes out of the box, with it out of the box, that has an open back so you can hear audio. This one, it's completely waterproof for underwater. Yeah, it's also got a shutter release up top for just taking manual photos. Okay, I'll just put that off to the side. Like I said, this I like using Velcro, especially when you're dealing with this, because it doesn't have a regular tripod attachment. At least my unit didn't come with regular tripod attachment. So what I did is I just put a little bit of this Velcro and then attached it underneath, and it worked pretty well. So, all right, I'll just put that off. All right, so I bought this a few years ago, and I was pretty impressed with it, just because it's got a bunch of shoot modes. If you can read that, it basically shows R1, R2 to R5, and basically those are the video shoot modes. 60 frames per second at WVGA, 720p 30, 720p 60, which is what I leave it at. It does 960p and 1080p at 30 frames per second. It's 29.97, so you don't have to worry about messing with it. This cover comes off if you want to get in there and check out. It's got a battery that can be removable. Here's a diagnostics attachment, HD out, regular RCA or video out, and then it's one of those old, those little old USB attachments, but it comes with all that stuff, all the attachments. You'll notice that the lens is quite small, but it does pretty good images. I use this both for underwater on the quadricopter, and also when I want to do a time lapse. It's quite handy. If you plug this USB into a USB source, you can have unlimited power, since that's how you power it up. So you charge it up using this USB, and you can have it run continuously until you fill your card. And because there's a bunch of different settings for the quality of the image and the size, it's really handy. So in this guy, I'm using a Duracell 200 times. I like to have nice, fast SD cards. It's just nice to have something that's going to keep up to your machinery, right? All right. So the problem with these is really that there's no screen. It's not like a phone where you can preview or see it. So if you really need to see your footage out in the field, take a field monitor and take your connections, because yeah, there's no real way of knowing what you're getting. Okay, so yeah, and that's the thing too, is that it's got automatic focus. Now it'll focus. It's got a really wide setting for focus, so it'll focus near, it'll focus far as well. So it's okay. You know, it's not as sharp as a DSLR, but you know, it's okay. You can see it's there's 24 images or videos on this, and it's flashing. Now it's flashing the photo option, and there's the multiple photo option. There's the movie option, and here's the timer set option. You can set it to be to take a photo after a certain amount of time. Okay, so once you get onto the set, you can select. You can select a bunch of options, and this selection is specific to whatever mode you were in. So I was in movie mode, so it's showing me the options for movie mode. Because there's just two buttons, it is a little confusing. It is confusing. You have to select ESC, that means escape. ESC, there we go. And it'll get out of the setting mode. But I don't particularly like, I think the new versions, I think they're up to Hero 3 now. But the newer versions, I think they have a better settings capacity, you know, so that way it'll tell you how, you know, let you change your settings a lot easier. When you're recording, I'll just let it record. Hello. So we're recording right now. You can tell by the flashing LED, and that's a good indicator. Sometimes it'll be dark, and you need to know whether or not it's working. Or when you're underwater, you want to know if it's working. So it tells you how much time you've got left, which is kind of handy. So I'll turn that off. All right, and it takes a little bit to save. When it flashes 3 times, it's fully saved. Then you can do other operations with it. My opinion of this unit is if you know, if you want to use it for skiing, if you want to use it for, you know, water skiing or boarding, or if you want to use it to shoot fish underwater, it's pretty handy. Maybe I'll include some of my underwater. If you want to, like I said, the quadricopters are getting a lot better and a lot cheaper nowadays, and so it'll allow you to have a super light option for getting video on those guys. It's a tool, I think, more of a tool for videographers, and less of a thing to really play with. I could imagine that someone would get a couple of videos of what they're doing and then perhaps, you know, maybe not use it again. But yeah, as for, I've used another couple small little, you know, what they call bullet cams before, and I definitely have to say that this is the best performing unit that I've seen in a long time. And it sounds like because they're making money, they're gonna keep making the technology better and better. I say, yeah, if you're gonna get a small portable waterproof light camera, this is the one to get. Yeah, I'd definitely give this a 9 out of 10. If only the settings were easier to deal with. Well, thanks a lot for checking out the video. If you like it, give me a thumbs up, subscribe. I do all sorts of tech reviews and tutorials. Thanks.